Hello, what is going on YouTube? Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight for another night of hot topics and social commentary. A couple things I want to get out the way first before we get started. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Press that big red subscribe button. It is free to do. So go ahead and do that for me if you will. Also, we want to see some thumbs up for this video. We'd like to see some comments on the video. And we'd also like for you to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And I also want to ask you guys to please share JoJo Speaks all around, all the ways that you can on your social media contacts, with your family, your friends, everyone. Get the word out about JoJo Speaks. The crew is back. Mike and Jennifer, what's going on, y'all?
Hello. We all are back this week.
Yes, we are. We had a week off last week, and we are back with a jam-packed
No,
video.
wait a
First thing I want
minute.
to get, first
I
thing,
want.
first
I
bit of
want.
news that I want to get out the way is R. Kelly has been officially sentenced for the first trial that he went through. He's been sentenced to 30 years in prison. He still has two trials left. I believe he has one in Illinois and another in another state. But yeah, it looks like R. Kelly will be spending the rest of his life in jail. What are you guys' quick thoughts on that, really quickly?
I don't even think he cares about the rest of the two cases now. He already got 30 years. I mean, he already knows he's going to die in jail. I
Right.
feel bad for him, actually, and from what my social media has said, a lot of people are like, damn, 30 years? So, I mean, I see mixed reviews like, damn, y'all give him 30 years, but people say, well, he was sleeping with kids. So, I just think that, we love his music so good, so well. Sometimes it's hard, like, damn, like, it's R. Kelly, like, damn, you really got 30 years in jail. It's like that uncle that you, like, love, but you know he ain't no good,
Yeah.
Right.
but you still wish him the
Yeah.
best. It's just that kind of love. I've been knowing R. Kelly since I was a baby. I'm not gonna go into details about it, but R. Kelly, I feel bad, but I mean, what can I say? I can't say you don't deserve those 30 years.
Correct.
That is so true. All we can do is just, realize that with all of our actions come consequences and
That's
reactions,
true.
and when we do things as if we're not going to be penalized for those things, eventually you'll have to pay the piper. And now the Pied Piper has to pay the piper.
Agreed. And to be honest, like I feel the same way that Mike does. I do feel genuinely sorry for R. Kelly. Not that I don't think that he knew what he was doing, because I know that he knew that what he was doing. However, for this to be the end of his life, for him to spend the last years of his life in jail after the first however many years he spent, I think he's 50, in his 50s right
It's
now.
55.
So for his first 50 years of living, and now he has to spend the last of his years on earth in jail. I just think that's really sad. But at the same time, he did the crime, so he must do the time. It's just a matter of the timing of the trial. It just so happened that he was convicted at the time that he was. If he was convicted, however many years ago that his first trial went on, he might have, not have had this outcome. He might have been able to live outside of jail for a little bit. But that's the way the cookie crumbles.
But
Any
that's the grace that God gave him. If he would have
Yeah,
just cleaned up because everything got really real, but if he would have just stopped doing what he was doing,
yeah,
he would have been in a lot better space, because a lot of the cases that are happening are things that happen after that
after,
case.
right,
So if he would have
exactly.
stopped, he would have been fine. That was the grace the Lord gave him. And I think that kind of grace came to him because of his horrible childhood. Like, I remember I was watching today the Foxhole, and one great thing that Funky Dineva said is that he weeps for for the child, for the molested, abused child of that is R. Kelly.
Mhm.
I hate that it happened to him so early. He didn't get the proper therapy needed to move forward with that. So God bless him, and hey, gotta
Well, I will keep your music alive. Trust me.
Right.
I not saying I support you like what you did. I'm just saying I'll
but
keep R. Kelly alive. Robert is
the
in jail.
the music is the music, and we can separate the artist from the art. I think at least I'm able to do that. So we'll continue
I
to
am.
do so in the future. So another big topic that happened actually last week while we were out on vacation. The Supreme Court has overturned Roe versus Wade, meaning that I believe there are 10 states that automatically put an automatic ban on abortions. And there was also something that was leaked. I don't know if it was leaked or if Clarence Thomas
It was
actually
leaked.
officially okay, so it was leaked. So Clarence Thomas had some opinions on other things that needed to be overturned as far as contraception is concerned, as well as gay marriage. Is this just a slippery slope that we're heading down? And with these new appointed justices that have been put in by Donald Trump, 3 altogether, if I'm not mistaken, that he was able to enter into the court. What's next? What's next?
I say it's scary, what they feel that they can do legally for a woman's body
Mhm.
is absolutely disgusting. I can't say yes or no for anybody because I've never been in that situation before. So I can't really speak on that. But one
Right.
thing I can speak on is that I don't feel it's right for the government to say yay or nay either. So I can't say that about somebody else's body, and they shouldn't be able to say that about mine.
And they definitely should
Exactly.
not bring their religion into it either. And that's what they're doing because I'm a priest. My belief doesn't believe in this, and that's I don't like when they're doing that because you don't say anything about those priests messing with young boys at all, which is not right
Exactly.
either.
Right.
Um, but of course, um, abortion doesn't directly affect me because I'm not a woman. But I think everybody should have the right to do what they want to do with their own body. And like I've been saying over and over again, show after show, I feel if you don't like what other people are doing, then you should not do it. If I
Right.
don't like going walking up the street to this place, I'm not gonna do it. You don't have to put a law
Exactly.
about that. You just don't do it if you don't like to do it. Let
And it's
people, yeah. If it's not harming anyone else, well, if it's not affecting your life directly, then don't worry about it.
and if it's against your religion, then just follow your religion.
Correct.
Exactly.
And these are the moments that it's making it difficult for us to even say out loud that I'm a Christian because it's like we're made to look stupid out here. We're made to look like we rule over the government, and that's not the case. What needs to be the case is I hope these anonymous people, you know what I'm saying, I hope they look into each and every one of those politicians' backgrounds and see how many
Hmm.
abortions they had to pay for, see how many abortions they had to give their kids, see how many
Mhm.
abortions they had to give their what is it called when you're sleeping with somebody that ain't your wife?
Adultery.
Your
Huh?
your Lolita, your mistress, your
Mistress! See how
Oh.
many mistresses have had abortions and stuff. I thank you guys. So those are the stuff that I'm really hoping that will come out in the forefront immediately
And this,
because
yeah.
or as
And
Alexander Rogers would say, secondary strumpet.
secondary strumpet.
and then for them to even think about now illegal, well, taking away gay marriage.
I feel like it's going to happen. I really do feel like that's going to be the next thing on the agenda for
And they're even
this
talking about
Supreme Court.
segregation.
Yes, Alexander Rogers also said slavery is on its way back. Like I don't feel like we're in that much trouble, but at the
But
same time, like it could get it could get close to
Well,
that
you know
place.
what? That white lady at the Trump rally did say, "Thank you for saving the white valley, the white
White
lives."
lives, yes.
Yes, and I'm like, bold,
I
just
mean, but
bold.
we all know that's the reason why they wanted to abolish abortions because they feel as though they're being outnumbered by minorities and they want to keep their power in numbers. But
and the
I,
you
reason
know,
why
I,
they put it in there was so that they'd have Black people to get rid of their children.
right,
They soon came to realize that there were just a lot of Caucasian women coming in there to get abortions. These Black women are having their babies. Yes,
right.
there are Black women that have abortions. I personally know some,
Hmm.
but it's mostly white people having these abortions. Now they're making these Caucasian women have their babies. So the white race won't diminish. I feel like that's just the craziest fear Though it does make sense. You guys, hey,
Yeah.
it just is what it is.
Well,
But
speaking about segregation, that will never come back into the place. I think that even though it's going to be a lot of Caucasians who are for it, I really feel deep down in my heart there'll be way more Caucasians who's against it. And I hope that if this is ever a discussion that really goes into a serious place,
yeah,
I hope that everybody who is for it is shown and revealed. God, I pray that they're on TV. After they have
reveal,
in it, reveal them, please. I want all the jobs to see who these people are. I want
reveal,
everybody in the church to see who these people are. Because it's going to be
vision.
your next door neighbors. It's going to be your cops, your hospital nurses. These are people who's working on somebody. And knowing,
Yeah.
I want these people revealed. And I pray
Exactly.
that they are revealed quickly.
But this is the kind of stuff that needs to happen for them to start revealing these things. So I'm excited to see how that goes.
I'm not excited, but I'm ready to see how it goes.
Well, I mean, it has to happen. It
Right.
has to happen.
Yeah.
And if you think black people are going to be for it, it'll be all hell on this damn earth. It's already earthquaking every 2 days. You think it's going to see a rumble? Baby, I'm
Okay.
getting ready, okay? I got me a mark
Because
right here, a middle mark ready for your ass right here, okay? Try it.
yesterday we had 2 earthquakes. They
We
were both
did.
3-point somethings, and they were like an hour or 30 minutes apart. Like I don't know what's going on in Elgin, South Carolina, and I am like nervous as I don't know what, because I feel like these things are getting stronger and stronger.
That
And
last one scared the hell out of me,
that
okay?
last one
That one
really
my house
shook
actually shook with the
shook the
last one.
table.
Yes.
Literally
I was
shook
like,
the
ooh.
table.
Y'all might have
Yeah.
to start mounting, bookshelves and dresses to the walls to make sure they don't fall over.
I need me a
Child,
word.
this is terrible.
It
But
still get
anyway,
paid.
so I don't know if you guys tuned in last week, but there was another versus. A versus came through between Mario and Omarion. Now Jennifer and I discussed this just a little bit last week while we were together, and I was like, how many songs are we going to be hearing? Because they don't have a plethora of hits to play, but they were able to salvage that by having an opening act. They had Sammy, Ray J, Bobby V, and Pleasure P out there doing a little verses of their own. I thought that was interesting.
It's very entertaining.
Very entertaining. Tank was
That's the
there as
word.
well. Yes, Tank was there as well. It
Tank
got
shouldn't have come. That was a whole. He's a whole nother realm or some man. I don't even know why he came.
I know half of them people came.
Right, exactly. Ray J sounded a god awful mess.
He's the
And
only one.
Brandy was there. He apologized to her on the microphone. Yeah. I'm sorry. I missed that run. I didn't hit that note. Yeah,
You
you
didn't
didn't
hit
hit
not one of
no notes.
He ain't hit
Okay.
nothing. Nothing was hit.
Not one. And then Sammy was the one that was singing yo one wish song better than you. What do we think about this versus overall?
I think everybody had one wish now for all them to shut the hell up.
Okay, cut the mics, please. That's
Especially
our
that
wish.
Jeremiah.
Oh, Jeremiah sounded hot.
Oh yeah, I
ass.
forgot he was there.
We all forgot he was there. Okay.
Child.
I felt like it was a big masculine. Who's more masculine? That's what I felt like. It's like I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I think I'm not. What's it felt like to me?
Sing to them, not me.
Yes, right. It's like as they were saying, it was like people on the mic making jokes. I feel like it was a big fuck y'all in our face. People who paid money to even go see them. Like it's ridiculous and it wasn't funny. I mean, it's funny, but as if I was a producer or a manager or somebody who actually like gave y'all money to even be out there and be out there with people, I would be pissed off. Because it's so many people out here that wants to be in your predicament who would actually take it serious. Every artist on that stage except Tank and Mario, and I'll give Mario on a pass. They had one hits or less than 5.
Less than 5.
Less than 5, and you're on that stage because somebody you knew, like your sister, or you just got lucky. Ray J, you should never had a career in music at all.
Did y'all see what Brandy said? How you didn't drink the specialty, you didn't go on vocal rest like I told you to.
Well, she's serious. That's what she's in the mix she's in now. She's still a legend in the game.
Because what? She drinks her special tea
T,
and goes on
Right.
vocal what?
vocal rest. But
Rest.
she can
Okay.
she's a vocalist too.
Ooh!
It's a
That's how
difference.
she knows the tricks of the trade, honey.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
Not,
disappointed in Ray J.
it wasn't
Yeah.
nothing that I wasn't surprised about.
I kind of wish Lloyd was out there so they can. That's another person that can actually sing.
He
He can
would have
sing,
turned the party, okay?
but Lloyd's his
Lloyd.
career
But
serious though.
but you know what? I don't see Lloyd as that, person with a big chest trying to be the best one on the stage.
He's
Like
got
I
a
don't think
little
he would I don't think he would have been involved in all of that back and
He would
forth
have been
and stuff
pissed
that
off
was
with all
going
reportery.
that.
on.
Yeah, he would have been pissed off with all that.
Yeah, and
Right.
I don't know if y'all heard him say it, but yeah, he said that wouldn't be happening with me on the stage. Like
That was Lloyd said.
Right.
he said that out loud.
I agree. I felt like for Mario, even though Mario, at least Mario was saying everything that everybody else was saying at home in the audience.
Right.
But
Right.
Yeah.
he had room to talk. You know, he should have kept his mouth closed too. He had room to talk because he actually went out there and sung those 2 hits he got.
All
So,
true.
but I mean, it just was like I was just shocked. Like y'all didn't even try.
What y'all think about the watermelon foolishness?
Nobody got wet with the watermelon.
For me,
It was a
for
mess.
for me, it was like, so you're trying way too
And I
hard.
mean,
And
Way
Omarion does not have to try that hard to be sexy. Like
he shouldn't
all
have.
he
Yes,
has
he
to do
does.
is stand on.
Ooh,
He's not Omarion from back in the day. He's not the same. We're not. What he had on was not turn on for. Well, for me, it
Okay,
wasn't
because I was about to
turn on
say,
for. You think he's
for
still
me,
fine?
I think the locks look really good on him, and I think I think he's just a very, very attractive young man. I'm
I
sorry.
just feel
He's
like
just
as we grew older, he still stayed looking the same, which is not a problem. Black don't crack, but I don't need nobody who was fine or cute back in the 1990, 2002 to look the same. 2022. I want to at least get a little older, get a goatee or something.
you
oh,
want to see a
Like,
glow up.
you looking for
I-
progress?
Progress, yeah.
You looking for progress?
progress, and I don't see now. I see like you still stuck back in the days, and then
Still with the baby face?
Yeah.
and what made it you shaded your group members, and your group members shaded you for filth.
And
Right,
I
right on
back.
back.
hated him.
Right on back, saying that you wasn't even the singer of the group.
Oh, King Jesus!
Yeah,
And your
like
vocals
Mario
proved
brought up
it.
the fact that someone else did Omarion's vocals on one of the songs.
And
Child,
Jay
like,
and
Boog, many of the songs, and Jay Boog verified it.
and it was true. Oh,
wow. That's great. Because I feel like Omarion has a pretty nice voice. Like to me, he does have oh man.
but what they pointed out was that he wasn't a singer. Like
Yeah.
you
Right.
would hope that he come up with his own ad libs and stuff like that. So
I
Gotcha.
think that if he would not dance so much, he probably and just stand
Yeah.
he probably would do a little bit better. But you know what? His face might look the same, but that body's getting older, okay? Because he still couldn't jump up like he once
wait,
wanted to.
but who's humping microphone stands these days? Like has it really come to this?
It's just a mess. It really is.
Mariah can hold up mic in her hand a little bit.
That's true. That's true. And
But,
so
Oh, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead, Jennifer.
I was just gonna say overall, I'm proud of Mario. I'm happy that he was as sassy as he was throughout the whole thing. I'm happy that he sang so well, and I'm happy he did not wear a lot of shirts.
Yes.
But you know
we
what?
were very happy with
Both of
that.
them. But let me tell you, no, Mario, I knew that he could sing and he was being to be taken serious because Destiny Child for Feel in Love with It tour, their final tour, they had Mario as an opener.
And they don't do random.
They don't do
people
pictures
on
anybody.
openers. Yeah, they don't pick just anybody.
Yeah, so I knew when they had him doing it, I'm like, okay, not because he's hot at this point. He is, I guess,
An
he's
actual-
taking it serious.
Yeah,
So,
an actual singer.
Yes, and it showed on the verses, even though he doesn't have that many hits, which is, I don't think it's no fault of his. He could, well, it is somewhat of his fault. I think
No,
it can
I
come
don't
out.
think it's any fault of his at all. I believe it's just the time frames that he's come out.
Well, yeah.
Because some of the songs, well, to be honest, a lot of the songs that he has were real bangers. It's just that they weren't paid attention to. Like when he did that song "You Left Me for Somebody Else," Like,
Yes, that was my jam.
I still listen to that song to this day. Like, when it came out, nobody's paying no kinds of attention to it.
He even had
Yeah.
Niggy on it, and it
Yeah,
still
and
didn't even do that well.
I would only hear it up in the DC area because you know he's from Baltimore. So
Okay.
you would only really hear it up there in the DC area all the time. But whenever I came back home, it's like I never hear those songs again. So it's not his fault. And
Okay.
I'm just happy that he's had some success. Not some. He's had success in TV and stuff like that because he deserves more.
Well, this would be the time for him to really come out with something. If you just drop a single or something,
Agreed.
Right.
get you out there because right now
I think it will blow up.
It'll be look like you were taking your stuff serious because against everybody else, you're the only male right now who is even can hold a note.
Right.
Hold a note.
Apparently.
Oh
All right,
gosh.
So
I
this
do
past.
have a question though.
Oh,
A
go ahead.
quick question. So do y'all think that R&B is slowly back on the rise right now?
No.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
I really don't. And I think what we'll see when we'll start to see it is if we see a new wave of new artists. Because if the artists that are out now could do it, they would have already done it by now. If they could bring back R&B, I feel like they would have already been doing those things. And they're not doing those things at all. They're just doing their regular old.
Well, I think the
I
problem
think
that we have is that we're not actually listening to current people because we don't like them.
That's true.
That's true. They're not putting out anything that we want to listen to.
Because I'm not listening to anything now unless it's Cardi B or Ari Lennox or just very few and far between artists. Like I really don't see it for the music right
Money
now.
Long.
I love the song Hours and Hours, but that performance live just make me I don't like the song no more. Sometimes, for me, an artist can put a song out that can be a hit or not a hit, but the video can make you change your mind, or the live performance can make you change your mind. Well, the song is a hit, but her performance to me make me change my mind now.
I think she was just nervous. I'm sorry, we moved on to BET performances.
I'm like, oh girl, no.
BET performances, BET Awards performances.
Right. So why don't we just talk a little bit about it, even though I didn't see any of it at all. Y'all can.
You see nothing on the Instagram?
Well, I saw
well, yeah, on Instagram and stuff like that, but I didn't actually watch the show itself.
I'm trying to put my mic up to my.
Okay.
Working the call center vibes.
Yes, come on, Janet.
Janet, you need the mic, okay?
Okay. We both know that she does. But yeah, Money Long. Okay, so I'll say this, guys. There are a few different kinds of singers, and some you marvel at their singing ability, and some you just sing with. Money Long is more of like somebody to sing with.
So you took her out.
Not saying that there's anything wrong with her or her singing. I just think she was nervous that night. That's all. It's you can kind of hear it.
I know she can sing, but some people are a performer, and some just people are who can just hold a note. She can hold a note. She's not a performer.
Right. And do you guys want to get into that discussion concerning Saucy Santana and their lack of what seems to be progress when it comes to the LGBTQ plus community?
I don't think I don't think BT did anything on purpose with the LGBT. He performed. Usually any new artist performs on the pre-stage. His hit just came out 2 weeks ago. I mean, I know he had other hits too, but
yeah,
there wasn't so major that he should be on the big stage.
Well, one thing that I think I'm just holding a grudge simply because of the Lil Nas X stuff. They recently came out basically saying that they didn't like the kiss from the performance. They let him perform, and they didn't like the kiss. Basically, somebody came up to them and said like, that wasn't cool, dog, or whatever like that. And
I doubt that happened. That's true.
It sounds like it could be true.
I'd be surprised because these are the same people.
All the stuff. Or when it comes to
slow
gay
down.
men, though, never mind.
These are the same people that disrespected B. Scott.
Right.
And these are the same people. Not only they disrespected B. Scott, but when B. Scott sued them, I think. That
They
piece
settled out of court.
Yeah, they had to settle out of court. They settled out of court,
Hmm.
meaning that there was some validity to what B. Scott was saying and doing.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
and I do believe there is still it's like I'm trying not to, hold on to my allyship, so strong. But in my shondo, I do believe that there is a twinge of on that LGBTQ stuff, but
A
we
little
have,
bit more than a twinge. A
but we
little bit
okay,
more than a
more than that.
twinge.
But we have to do it to make it seem like, this. We're okay with them dancing around and voguing. That's cool. We're
Right.
okay with Billy Porter wearing an alien suit and saying the category is, you know what I'm saying? We're okay with that stuff. Don't kiss or look like y'all love each other.
Yeah, yeah. There are conditions to what it is that they're willing to show on camera. And to be honest, I don't think they knew that that little Nas kiss was going to happen before it actually happened.
I don't think so either.
So it
What
makes
was it
sense
on
to me.
BET? That was on BET, was it?
Yes, the
Yes,
BET.
that was the BET Awards. Um,
Oh, I forgot.
yes, and so to me, it feels like they're doing the bare minimum.
Exactly.
They're doing it just to show, okay, so we did it. Now you see that we did it. We did it. Get
But
off
when
our backs about it.
Fantasia and Jamie Foxx kids, they didn't make a big deal about that.
Well,
That
of
was
Because
course
nasty
it's
and
not two
sloppy.
men's.
not.
It's not two men's kissing.
Anywho, I
Right.
know we got to talk about gay stuff later on in this show also. So I'm just going to
Okay,
talk
we
about
will get
Chloe. Chloe did a
to
good
it.
performance. I think Chloe performed the best tonight. I
Hmm.
think her new song, I actually like it. Put my panties to the side. If he be good to me, I'm gonna be great to you. Don't like the song.
No. It's, it's just not for me. But I do support Chloe. I'm happy for her. I'm happy that she's doing her thing. I just am a person that understands that not everything is for me, and that's okay.
No, I get it.
Right.
I like
Right.
the song. No, not every song that she puts out is my thing, but I just like this
I
song.
think I like the treat me like a treat.
Yes,
Treat
that is
me.
a banger. I love that song.
But I also like the stuff from Chloe and Halle. What's my favorite song?
That's when I have to shut up there.
Ooh, Bee Boop. When they sing about just being to themselves. Oh, this is how we do it, do it, do it. This is how we do. I love that. That's so freaking cute. But yeah, I support both of them doing their thing. I'm happy for the both of them. Apparently, they have some really great upbringings. They're not trying to battle each other. They're just good sisters, and I love seeing them
I
do this
do.
sister thing. I love it. I love the support that Halle gives Chloe and vice versa. And I love
Yes.
how I don't know what level of therapy Chloe had to go through to get to where she is,
Mm,
but she is good. For her to be able to say, if I'm extra, I'm extra. That's just me. Don't tell me I'm doing extra. I'm just being me. I'm like,
right.
all right, sis, do you?
Because it's going to be damn if you don't, girl. It's going to damn if you do. It's always going to be
Exactly.
somebody have an issue with something.
Exactly. Once again, I'm very happy for her.
Yes. And I also enjoyed the P. Diddy. He got the something award. I don't know what it was. I didn't watch the show. But I know he did a
Some legend
performance.
like that.
Yeah. He gave props to Cassie, and he shout out his baby mother to the twins.
Right. Yeah.
It's
I
not
was
just the twins. It's the one that looks exactly like him too. The boy.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I just don't see that twins
Just-
about him. So
Jesus. Anyway,
Kim Porter, that's who.
Kim Porter.
right.
I really hate that he didn't mention Young Miami, and she.
Well,
had
why would she? Why would he?
He could have at least acknowledged the fact that she was holding up a freaking sign that says, what, yay Poppy or something like that, go Poppy.
I saw people that was actually in his life for a good amount of time, who actually made a change in his life.
I'm not saying he needed to do a whole tribute to her. I'm just saying he could at least acknowledge the fact that this child was out here trying to, I see you. That's all he needed.
To me, I don't
He
see
had to.
P. Diddy as the kind to acknowledge that kind of stuff. To me, like P. Diddy is so low key about certain things on his life. And to me, it's like I understand why he thanked Kim Porter and Cassie for what they did. And I think that was maybe like, you go, maybe Young Miami, you can get on that level if you do what you're supposed to do. Like if like I feel like he doesn't feel like she's on that level yet to be the person that he
Acknowledged.
thanks on stage. I don't think
Right.
she's gotten to that level. I think the
And
relationship might
this is
still
the
be
problem.
fresh.
Everybody open your ears right now. That's the problem.
Well, why is that a problem?
If you're with somebody that does not feel you're worthy to be with them, that's the kind of thing, that's what I'm feeling from that whole situation. I feel like he looks at Young Miami as young
Yes.
Miami.
Well, she is a young, she's younger than me.
And it's like, all I can do is hope that they're having fun, but I just hope that Miami ain't falling. As long as she ain't falling, I think I'll be good.
I think you're looking too deep into it, Jennifer. I don't think you have to acknowledge somebody who he just started talking to 2 weeks ago.
Was it 2 weeks ago? Because it had to be longer than that.
It
Can I
had been
tell
a
you why?
year.
He gave her a whole show on the Revolt. A whole show. He gave her a show.
That don't mean you gotta be. That does not mean you gotta be acknowledged. He probably gave me people a show on Revolt. I don't have to acknowledge that. The camera acknowledged you.
How many people he having hot sexual relations with? Did he give a show on Revolt?
It will be here right now to this day. If you scream that out, if you want to shout out everybody, because the people are like, why you shout out Jennifer Lopez? Why you shout out so and so? Why you shout out this? We'll be here all day.
He ain't shout out Jennifer Lopez because Jennifer Lopez ain't want nothing to do with him.
Right after that shooting, she said, "Hell no."
Right, I wouldn't want nothing to do with him either.
Okay.
F you and yours.
But
I was surprised that Shine came out though. I was like,
okay. Oh,
Shine.
Well, and Lil Kim, Mr. Mark.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Right.
You want to run with the beat, huh?
So let me ask, when did we get to a space where looking like an ant was cool?
Child.
When did that happen?
I think she didn't look that bad. I think she should have had different hair. You know what? They might put a picture of Lil Kim.
I think the hair
was cool today. Okay. But they had a picture of her like when she was on that movie, the dance movie with Omarion and them. What's that movie
You
called?
Got Served.
You Got Served. Served.
They put a clip of her on that movie, then a clip of her now. And I mean, it's definitely a difference. It's definitely a change. But one thing that did not change is her hair. It was nappy on one side and it was off on the next. I mean, I just think they can get some better wigs. And
to me,
just pluck them.
To me, the best wig Lil Kim ever wore was the last time she did a tribute, doing that same song, how many years ago she did it, because that lace was laid.
She need to get it back.
And for me, it's like, why do you come out and do this song again? Like, I understand that it's probably her best verse.
Everybody loves it. Everybody loves it.
Yeah, it's her best verse, but like
it's like this time for that BT Awards.
The impact, it doesn't have the same impact because you did that a couple years ago, girl. Like, give us something else.
It'll be different if you did a different dance and everything too, but it's the same dance. If people could be in the audience doing the dance while you're doing the dance on stage, that's the issue.
But anyways, that's
what worked for her.
Say what?
She realized what worked for her, you know.
I guess.
Well, but like you would never be relevant again, other than
what
you did before.
Let's not go all the way there.
Queen Bee is not the Queen Bee. She would never come for the album again that will actually sell.
All right.
I mean, tell the truth when you got to tell the truth. You know?
I mean, it is true. So let's move right on along. Before we get into the juiciness of P Valley, Beyonce's new song came out.
The real Queen Bee.
We'll get everyone's opinions on it. Mike, you are the quintessential Beehive member. So, what were your thoughts on Miss Queen Bee's new song?
Okay, you want me to be honest? I'll be honest.
Be honest.
So, the song was supposed to come out at 12 a.m. Of course, it got leaked around 10:30.
That's ridiculous.
And somebody said, Mike, go listen to the song. I thought, okay, where's the song? I found the song. And when I heard it, I thought, I hope this is not the song. So I'm waiting till 12 a.m. for the real song to come out, okay? And when 12 a.m. came out, it was the same
thing.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was forced to, like, no. okay. I still like maybe 2 times, and I said, let me just go back on YouTube or something else. This right here wasn't that it. But the song is actually grew on me. I actually do like the song now, but I had to listen to it in the car with some bass and stuff. Like, no, when I was actually like driving and riding,
Yeah.
listening to it at home, I was like, this is not it. But when I'm about to go turn up with my friend, I'm like, okay, you don't break my song. I tell everybody. Okay. So I like the song now, but and I first heard it, I was like, what the fuck is this Beyonce?
Right.
That's my opinion.
Genesita, what are your thoughts on the new song?
Well, Jonathan, you know me very well.
I do.
So, you know, as
She
soon
loved it.
as I heard it, I loved it. Immediately.
And you did say it's gonna get a dance track. You said it too.
I love dance tracks. So, when I heard it, I was like, this is everything. But when I like, you know, the lyric video, reading all the lyrics to it and all that stuff, I was like,
Oh, it's a good message too.
now
Yes.
Beyonce. But and then this is what messed me up. When I was looking through and looking at comments about the actual song, people were like, so I saw somebody say, I'm tired of this empowerment S word. It's like,
Wow.
Yeah.
so you want everybody to be mad, unhappy with their relationship, or just about to have sex? One or the other? Is that all that you need, or?
I was seeing a lot of people saying, Beyonce, I like you and all, but I don't want no Black History Month album again.
Yeah.
It was funny, but I didn't.
It's like, I get it, but y'all gotta think about where Beyonce is right now.
Right.
That woman is happy.
Right.
She has her husband that ain't acting up no more.
No mo.
She got her oldest baby that's looking just like her more and more every day.
Right, which is
Got her-
such a blessing.
Shut up. And she's got the twins growing up every day.
That I hope will be looking.
And she's been able
Okay.
to have a lot of time with her family and all that good stuff. And when she gets back into the booth, I'm not expecting heartache from this woman.
Right.
Y'all need to pay attention to the movements. With every album, it reflected her life.
Yes. One of the Killer Bees made a TikTok about it. And he was just saying, y'all get on my damn nerves. Like, y'all act like Beyonce gonna do the same shit every fucking time she do an album. She's like, if you don't want to listen to something like this, then don't listen to it. She got many shit that you can listen to. A plethora, a catalog of songs.
Many hits.
Okay?
Right.
If you want R&B, Eventually Love.
She got it.
If you like
Right, she got it.
Child, like she got everything
She got
to
it.
listen to. So,
And you know
Exactly.
what? And why are we trying to force artists to go back to something that they've already been? See, that's why Keisha Cole can't go nowhere. That's why a lot of other artists can't go nowhere, because everybody puts them into
in
this
a box.
box.
Mary J. Blige is a great example of that. A lot of people
Yeah.
after Mary J's, I think, 3rd or 4th album, they were like,
Cleaned up.
we don't like this happy Mary. We want to hear the I'm going down, Mary. I ain't gonna cry, Mary.
Yeah, I ain't going down.
I can love you, Mary. Okay. But okay, so for me, I must say I had the same feelings as Mike initially. I really was not feeling it. It sounds so 2000s to me. It sounds like something that I've heard before for some reason. Like the production
is.
value to me.
With the, I think it's the beat is
Right,
a song
and I didn't know that until Jennifer told me last week that it was a cover, and you know it was one of those things. So I get that. I love the message of the song. I really love the message on the song. I think the song is still going to have to grow on me because it's still not my favorite, but I love the fact that she is trying to uplift the people. Everyone who decided to, you know, to leave their jobs and go do their own thing, and you know, she's doing things to try to uplift the people, and I really love that about Beyonce. So I'm excited to see what this new album is going to bring. Mike, I saw that you posted that this track is for the girls, and I
definitely for
agreed.
girls.
It's definitely for the girls. I
All
feel
I
like
can
this
see
whole
is
album
Vogue.
might be for the girls in a way, because I heard that this is supposed to be a dance album, but you know, whatever. We'll see.
She released her album cover today, which is the bomb.
Right. She's standing.
She
She's
definitely
sitting
had-
on a horse, isn't she?
Yeah, she's sitting on her, and she's barely got nothing on, and you
Yeah.
can tell she got her damn breast done, because her breast is looking very pretty. And I don't know anybody who got 3 kids who probably breastfed or doesn't breastfeed, who titties are still sitting up like that.
Right. So
and that's okay. God bless her. She could do whatever she
Oh
wants.
no, I'm not
exactly.
judging. I'm just saying.
But look,
So, she
another
wouldn't
thing
tell
that
us.
I do have to say, I don't know if y'all remember our conversations about are these artists having substance in their songs.
Hmm.
This is the kind of substance that I knew that she would come with because
Right.
that's low key prophetic. That this is the era that we're in. Basically, trying to get from up under the thumb of the man.
Right.
And the thing is, it
Um,
don't matter what religion you are either, because she
oh
just like
yeah,
need a new vibration, new foundation. You can be a
everybody,
Catholic, you can be a Christian,
Muslim.
Republican, Democrat. It don't matter
Jewish,
what you are.
whatever.
It doesn't matter. We're all looking for that something new. Like the world changed with COVID,
Yes.
and it's
Literally.
time to feed your soul. It's time to like those things that you wanted to do. Of course, don't go into those things haphazardly. You know, if you know that you're going to be able to jump from this job to the next job, so you can make sure that you remain sane, do it.
Please do it.
My
'Cause
husband, he quit his job. They worked him so darn hard, but he got from that, and now he's working in a different area and making a lot more money. And
amen.
just like you, Mike, you left a job that was bothering your whole soul.
Let me tell you, I found a new vibration, a new foundation. Because you will not
Yes.
break my soul, baby. Okay, you won't break my
Right.
soul.
You
And I
sure
had to tell
won't.
myself, I had to lean on the Lord for this one, okay? Because when you quit a job without having no job lined up, and you got rent, car payment, light bill, everything,
Come on,
telephone bill, all the bills lined up.
come
So
on,
I leaned on the Lord, baby, okay? Because
Okay.
come on.
Yes.
I was not about to stay at a job that was gonna make me sick, unhappy, unhealthy. Didn't care a damn if I was doing well or not. No, so I had to
Some
leave, and
foolishness.
the money was great, but the stress was even worse. So when I say money don't bring you happiness, now it was good now, but it don't bring you happiness at all. Because
It doesn't.
I can see why people will commit suicide who are
Come
rich,
on.
because that don't make you happy at all. Because the shit,
Right.
I can go on and on about this all day, but just know I'm not telling you to quit your job, because I mean I don't know what predicament you in, but
Yeah.
you got to pray about it. I prayed about it, and I did it in God's hands. And I said, whatever the cards may lay, the cards are going to lay. And we're talking my favorite card. I gave it over to the Lord, and He worked it out.
Amen.
Oh,
Oh yes.
woo!
Come on now, and that's why
Yes.
it worked because you gave it on over because you know you wasn't gonna
Woo, I feel a
make
chill
things
right
happen
now.
magically
Yes.
yourself. My God,
Yes.
Jesus. Anywho,
And it came out so good. I gave it over to the Lord, and He worked it out.
he showed you
Right. Oh yeah. Jesus
Genius.
worked it out.
If you let Him.
Jesus
if
did
you
work
let
it.
him.
If you
That's
let
the
him.
point.
Yes.
You
I
gotta
prayed
let
a
him.
prayer I never prayed before, okay? I said, Lord,
Oh,
you
wow.
got, I was on the bed. I didn't even get down on my knees. I said, Lord, you got to just come to me right now. Why? I need to call you right now and tell me what I need to do. I am tired. I'm upset. I'm stressed out. I don't want to be bothered with nobody. I don't like nobody. I don't like my mom. I don't like my grandparents. I don't like nobody. The job is stressing me out. I had to leave. Somebody got to go. I get to take this job. Give me a hint.
And he gave you
At that very moment, I felt like I could breathe again.
because
Well,
Right.
that job got to go.
that's when you gave him your burden.
Yes.
Exactly. Come
And you
on
let
now.
him take care of it. My
Then I
God.
heard one more time the job. If I did, I said, Lord, I'm at the job about to do it. But then let me know the sound legit, right? That's a good sign. I ain't just making up the time, right?
So shout out to Beyonce. So we have to
Shout
get
out.
to this hottest topic of the week, child. P Valley. The new episode is causing controversy across the nation,
Oh, Lord, I'm
child.
on the camera.
So
My bad.
I feel like we don't have to get into every single thing that happened in the episode. We can just talk about
Wasn't it hot relations?
yes.
Let's
There
just talk
were
about Mercedes and then the scene and then
right
murder and his scene.
Mercedes and Farrah. So Mercedes is one of the strippers, and she's she's entered into this contract with this client of hers. He's a coach of either a basketball team. I'm thinking it must be the NBA because he's acting like he got a lot of money. So
$10,000, he got to have something.
Right, $10,000 a week. But anyway, so Farrah and Mercedes met last week for the first time, and so this week, Farrah asked Mercedes to come back to the condo and they
Pretending
had
to be Coach.
right. She sent the text message under Coach's phone to make it seem like he's the one that wanted her to come to the condo, but it was Farrah who was at the condo, and lo and behold, Farrah has a thing for Miss Mercedes, and she let her know it by eating her out. So
Jonathan, did you see Mercedes last week on that poll? Would you blame her? Hell, I have a thing for Mercedes, girl.
no,
Okay,
no,
I
I
have a thing for
wouldn't.
Mercedes. Oh, you wouldn't do it? Well, Mercedes, I would do it. I would.
Okay.
Yes, there were two same-sex scenes in this episode, and I think it might have been because it was the last week of Pride, and I think that they wanted
Oh,
to
that's
shout out
smart. Yeah.
the people in the LGBTQ plus
Hmm.
community. But do you
Oh,
think
that was
that
fake.
do you think the pictures that Farrah took are going to come back to bite Mercedes in the butt?
Oh yes, but my thing is because she took the pictures. Do you think you can do something about that? Because I mean, you took the pictures, so I mean,
Right,
that's your contract.
and in the NDA, they specify that there will be no
No
picture
pictures, no
taking or
recordings, no
anything of
nothing.
that nature. And for me, it's like, the people in Chucalissa know that Mercedes is a stripper. So, to put those type of pictures out of her to try to embarrass her, to me, I don't think that would really necessarily work. So I don't know if that's the reasoning behind the picture taking, but I'm thinking it's something behind it. I just don't know what it is.
Well, I mean, I don't know how you blackball a stripper for taking pictures while she's stripping. She was on a pole. So,
Right.
I don't know. We will see.
But yeah.
Talk about a little murder scene now.
Yes. So Big Teak is Lil Murder's homie. They knew each other from when they were both locked up years and years and years ago. Apparently, Big Teak had served 10 years, I believe that's what he said when he first got out. And so he is Lil Murder's security. So last week, someone from Lil Murder's past who got the hint that Lil Murder likes the boys came into the club and was like, was trying to make it seem like Lil Murder it might be gay. And so Big Teak, he was standing up for his man. And so they got in a big fight or whatever. And so this week's episode, Big Teak was in a tizzy the entire time. And this is because there's a lot of things going on socially with African Americans being murdered by the police. And he is on this tip. And so they were in the condo, not in the condo, they were in the suite, Rome's suite. And so the TV was on and they were watching the news, and Rome decides he wants to turn off the TV so that he can make a toast to Keyshawn, aka Miss Mississippi. So Big T comes in, he's getting riled up. He's like, why'd you turn my TV off? Even though it wasn't his TV, it was Rome's TV. And they got into a big argument. Gidget brought her white self into the situation, and she almost got her behind whooped by Big T. Big T goes back to the room with Lil Murder. Lil Murder is working on his verse for DJ Never Scared. DJ Never Scared is working with, I think, Meg the Stallion. I believe that's Meg the Stallion that was in that little preview, the woman that was putting her hand on his shoulder. Anyway, so Big T goes back to the suite. Lil Murder's in the bathroom. He's in the bathtub. He's doing his recording because the bathtub has good acoustics or whatever. And so Big T decides he needs to take a leak. So Big T takes a leak, and Lil Murder takes the shower curtains. Like, nigga, what you doing? You don't hear me recording? What's going on? And Big T was like, they had to pee. So he was like, well, you always pissy. And Big T said, you'll get used to it just like you got used to it when we was locked up. So,
but when he got the tub, Lil Murder was looking at his penis. I seen that.
Yes, Lil Murder did take a peek down at Big Teak's big pee. And so they go back into the room. Big Teak is asked by Lil Murder, what's wrong with you? He says it's nothing. Lil Murder's like, quit lying. And Big Teak goes on this beautiful monologue on what it's like to be a Black man in America. Basically saying that the world does not want any type of N-word. Don't want a smart one, a dumb one, a big one, a fat one, a skinny one, a president one. Doesn't want any type of N-word. Lil Murder then walks over to him and begins to caress his head, and I'm like, oh goodness.
And why is my mouth is like this?
Yes. Big T looks up at Lil Murder. He said, you're gonna be a platinum nigga, a icy nigga, a boss nigga. And he said, I'm proud of you. And he's bigging up his man. And that's what I'm saying at this moment. Like, big up your nigga, like big him up, like give him the encouragement that he needs. And then Lil Murder proceeds to kiss him on the forehead. Then he kisses him on the cheek. Then he kisses him on the lips. And the sex had commenced. And I immediately texted Mike and was like, did you see this scene? Okay. Like, I was living for this, like living for every single second of it. To be honest, while I was watching this, I thought of Moonlight. And I was like, this is exactly for those who saw Moonlight and were disappointed that we did not get a big sex scene or a big kiss at the end of the movie. This is what those people wanted to see in Moonlight. This is two masculine presenting men making love.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest though, Jonathan.
Be honest with me.
I can understand it was a lot. Cause even when I was doing it, I don't know if I was more nervous, like, oh god, this is gonna be a big noise. Or I'm like, I'm like uncomfortable for real watching it. Not uncomfortable because it was two men, but uncomfortable because these two men, they had no sexual chemistry at all. To me, it just felt like two men doing things together for TV. It just didn't feel like the Mercedes and the woman. I can see the chemistry. They was like lovey-dovey. It's how he was touching the beard. Now I was turned on. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I was turned on, but it was still awkward because I can just tell it was no chemistry there.
To me, here's the thing, because this is what I was thinking last week when we got a little hint that they had a connection of some sort. And I was thinking like, okay, so as much as I would love to see these two men get it on, I don't want them to get it on and not see a passion or fire, or as you said, of chemistry. Yeah. I was really scared that I wouldn't see that. But to me, Mike, I actually saw that. Maybe because of the acting that Little Murder was doing and the taking the time to caress him and to kind of be there for his friend as he's kind of calming him down. I don't know. What about the chemistry did you not see? What is it that you wish you would have seen?
So even how he like, okay, I don't know if I'm about to say too much, but I just feel like when you're about to do, right? I just like, no, we caressing your back, massaging your back. No, even he put the lube on. He put the lube on like it was like nobody puts lube on like that. Like it was just a lot. Like, it was like I can tell these are not two gay men. Like, cause you would have kissed the butt. No, you just kissed the. Mercedes, they caressed to the face. He pulled that man like he was pulling that man beard. But if you're gonna pull them in, you always pull it from the bottom, not from the side. Like I just tell it wasn't like they didn't know what they was doing. But did you know they don't do their own sex scenes? They have actors that come in and do it.
I heard that they have body doubles, and to me, I feel like, well, when is it that they use the body doubles? Because it's not when they show their faces. Because when they show their faces,
maybe they show their butt.
Maybe
and the contact stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the context stuff. Well, that would make sense. That would make sense.
But it was just like thing. But I mean, I enjoyed the scene. I got the point what they was doing. Okay, I understood. And I think also for me, I don't know if I like two masculine men. They're like both masculine.
There.
I don't know if both being masculine, but it like you can always tell which one is the which. I don't deal with this very like. Ooh. So
right, it was up in the air as to who was going to be the bottom and who was going to be the top. Like you didn't know. Like for me, I love to see two masculine men together. That's just what I like to see. That's just the ultimate for me, personally. But there's a lot of controversy because, of course, P-Valley is this extremely Black show. It is Blacker than Black. Like the Black community is supporting this show like nobody's business, and it just so happens that there are gay characters in the story, and so therefore they're a part of the story. So therefore, you got to watch it if you're going to watch the show.
And to be honest, people don't have an issue with being gay because they have an issue with Mercedes and the wife being gay at all.
Right?
They have an issue with being two men together.
Right. And a lot of people were saying that there wasn't as much controversy last season when Lil Murder and Lil Clifford and Uncle Clifford had their sex scenes. But when we have two masculine presenting men having this scene, then it's a little bit too much. I watched every single review for this particular episode. It's about half and half. Half people are living for it, they're okay with it, they're fine with it. On the other side, there are a lot of people who skip through the scene, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10. They're fast forwarding through the scene. And I want to say this. I get it, people. I really do get it. I understand that you're not used to this. I understand that this is unfamiliar to you. I understand that this is not a part of your ministry. This is not a part of what you're used to.
In the open.
And so, I'll just say, just go at your pace. Whatever pace is good for you, but we here. And
and we're not going nowhere, okay? And
it is what it is. Like
I comment on this girl status because she made a whole status me trying to think she was proving her point about the two men. It was just too much for TV, this and this. So I was like, it's funny how that gay scene is just too much for TV, but a man beating on a woman is not too much for TV because it all happened on the same show. A man cheating on his wife is not too much. Wife cheating on her man, not too much. Strippers walking around with their breasts out in and outside is not too much. And two women together is not too much. But you see a gay man and a gay man, two gay men together, that's too much. You got 5 things that should be an issue for you, but now you're making it one. I can't stand it. But it's almost like abortions.
Right.
Some people like that, some people don't like it. But you want everybody to crowd around you guys and support you guys, but you don't want to support nobody else shit.
And another thing that bothers me is many Black people watch these types of shows. And in a scene like this, they'll say, oh, because J. Alphonse Nicholson, the man who plays Lil Murder, he is a married man, he has a wife, and he also has a child. So there are a lot of people who are assuming that because he takes the role of a gay man, that he must be same-sex attracted in some way, shape, or form.
Isn't it what's called acting? I mean, I don't think Denzel Washington's really a cop.
Right. And you don't think Halle Berry is a crackhead because she played a crackhead. Like,
it's called acting. And they would never understand because they're not an actor, okay?
Right. So for every other aspect of acting with Black people, they don't do that in their real life. But when it comes to a heterosexual man playing a gay character, and I'm saying that specifically because we don't ever hear them talking about women who play gay women on TV thinking that they're gay in real life. So when it comes to a heterosexual man playing a homosexual man, he automatically has to be same-sex attracted in real life. And to me, that is the ultimate disrespect. And I give J. Alphonse Nicholson all of his flowers and all of his due for being brave enough to play a homosexual man or a same-sex attracted man on a very Black show. I know that he knew. I know that he but I know that he knew that this was this. I know that he's not surprised by the backlash that is coming to him. And also the other actor who played Big Teak. I heard that he might be married as well, but I'm not sure. But yes, I love the bravery of these two heterosexual men who are playing these homosexual roles. It's amazing to me. But I loved the scene, to be honest.
From what you're talking about, hearing about people fast forwarding through moments like that, I think that's certainly understandable. Not everybody.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody thinks
space to see it too. Don't tell nobody. I've actually watched gay porn. Okay.
You said it before.
Don't tell nobody. And that's something that I've seen before many a time, so it's not like jarring to me. But people that's just trying to get into that world, they may not know how to take it. I'd only be concerned with people that decided to stop watching the show simply because that scene was in there. It's like, look,
that's what they just find a crowd. They're gonna be the next weekend. Next Sunday gonna come on. Like, they're gonna be right there watching it.
There's gay characters in the story. It's inevitable. They're gonna have sex. They're gonna have sex in relation. I
bet my whole chat will get more viewers next weekend than they did last week.
Right, and the thing is, some people had the thought that this man who is representing the Black struggle, who had this beautiful monologue about being a Black man, and then you have to put sex into it. Like they feel like it was a setup for to draw them in just for them to show a sex scene.
No,
And
that's
to
what they
me,
used to.
it's like,
Because your man who cheated on you always say sorry and say I will never do it again. I'm going to church and all that stuff to bring you back in. You fall for it. So that's just said, girl, shut the hell up.
right. And so to me,
Yeah.
what it shows is that not only is this black man going through these things, but he's also going through these things as a same-sex attracted man, that he has to hide the
Absolutely.
fact that he loves that he's attracted to
And
men.
that's that you gotta hide who you really like because
Right. So
people judge you so bad.
if anything, he's even more of someone who was
Preach,
feeling
brother.
devalued.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
We can go on and on about
Well, he deserved comfort in that moment, and just because it just so happened to be hot sexual relations, there's a chance that ain't nobody else doing that for him. Why can't he do it for him?
Yeah,
Right.
Let's talk about it. He's
And
still
for
mad
me-
after the sex. Still mad.
Right. And so, for me, I think this does move the plot forward. I feel as though
Oh gosh.
what's going on? I feel as hey Regina, I feel as though this does move the plot forward because we saw at the end of the episode, Big T was sitting in the window and he said, "Who the F is
Never
Cliff?
wrote me no cards. Who the
You
hell
ain't
is
never wrote
Clifford?
me no postcards."
Now Big T would come to that now. Who the hell is this person? You just had sex with me. Now who the hell is this?
So what do you think this means for Uncle Clifford, Mike? Because I feel as though if Big T ever meets Uncle Clifford in real life, it's going to be a problem.
I don't think it'll be a problem for Uncle Clifford. I think he'll probably look at Uncle Clifford weird and probably act towards him weird. But Uncle Clifford can handle his own. And he might look at murder differently because you fucking excuse my language.
Right.
You having relationships with somebody who's like Uncle Clifford, and I'm not like him. So it's like, what do you like? What turns you on?
And also, do you think Little Murder is going to feel regret for having sex with Big T and feel as though he cheated on Uncle Clifford?
I don't think that would be the situation. I think he will have worry about this. What is this going to do? His mind now that he knows that he's not the only dude that I'm messing with. I'm actually in love with somebody else.
Right.
You talk on the car. So what's going through your mind now? Or are you going to still be my homeboy and you're going to rat me out now? Or what's going on?
Right. And my final question to you, do you think Lil Murder will be outed by the end of the season? Because I definitely think he will be.
Yeah, he was out of last season. So yeah, he'll be outed by the end of the season. I think what's going to happen is someone's going to walk in on him on Clifford.
That's what I thought was going to happen on the last episode. I really thought someone was going to walk in on Big Teak and Lil Murder having sex. I really thought that was going to happen, but thankfully it didn't. But I really thought they were going to get caught.
Oh, it's coming. But my thing is, they didn't show so many penises this episode. This season, and this showed. They showed a penis in the very beginning, but it was a straight couple. But they didn't get hit you with that though. A whole naked man, but I guess he'll get fellatio from a woman. So I guess it didn't mean nothing.
Right.
You saw that penis flopping around.
But anyways, we want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Thank you guys so much for sharing, for viewing, for being here and supporting us. We really, 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 really appreciate it. Again, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you give us a like, leave a comment, and press the notification bell and share. Mike, give us your social media contacts. What are they?
All right, you guys. My social media contacts are Mr. Real 121. That's MRREAL 121. Wow, Jennifer blows her nose. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and also TikTok. I'm active in all places. Meet me there. Well, meet me there too.
Ow, Jennifer.
I'm the light of the Leo on Instagram and TikTok. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say. Y'all, I'm sick. Okay.
Thank you for getting through this show tonight, Jennifer. I really appreciate your contributions. I really, really do.
Absolutely no problem. And Regina, don't worry about being late. All you got to do is go back to the rest of it. See what you think about the things we talked about.
Like, subscribe, and watch all our beautiful faces.
Right. And also you can find me on Instagram, JoJo_3020. Also on TikTok, JoJo_3020_. I'm on Facebook, Jonathan Lee. And you can also hit me up on my email, WilliamJonathanLee@gmail.com. So once again, thank you guys for thank all of you guys for joining us tonight. Make sure you join us next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces. But until next time, we will say goodbye.
And with
Bye,
murder.
y'all.
Holy
Yes.
Jesus. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, y'all.